Everyone. It's Miss Stephanie here. We are gathering here today to start our very first piano lesson using Piano Adventures, Faber and Faber. So we will be using their lesson book and their theory book. Okay? So I will post a link to these in the comment section after I'm done this evening, so you'll be able to go ahead and order it. These are really fabulous books, and I'm so super excited to get started learning. Um, at 4 o'clock, I post my Suzuki piano lesson. And please feel free to do both. Typically, that's what I would do in my studio. My students would be using the Suzuki method as well as these books. Um, so when you're ready, add whichever book you feel you're able to. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm not going to dive deep into this book yet because I want to make sure everybody gets a chance to get the book before we really dive into it. So I just want to start with a few things. Um, so on the first page, when you get this book on the first page, it's really well laid out, and they give you nice pictures, and so everything we go over, you'll have an example in the book, and you can rewind. You can go slower, faster in the little gear shifter there on YouTube. So whatever we're practicing and playing, you can slow it down, speed it up, rewind it, do it as many times as you need to in order to get it. Okay, so um, the first thing they do is talk to you about how you should be seated at the piano. And you want to be sitting high enough to where your elbows are even with the keys. So this is like a table, right? You put a cup of tea there. And you want your feet to be on the ground. So if you are a small person, a person of smaller stature, a little person, one of my young people, then you might need something to put your feet on. I'm a giant person. I don't need anything to put my feet on. So figure that out, but you want your feet to be stable. You should be able to stand up when you're sitting this way. You want to have your back nice and straight, no slumping over. Okay? Think of if you were shooting a basketball. You would not shoot a basketball like this. If you were going to throw a ball. Piano is almost like a sport. We have to use our muscles, and we have to be sure we have good posture and good form, and good technique. So it's very much like a sport. So on this first page, it talks about the way that you sit. Now, how far should you be sitting from your instrument? You might have a keyboard, you might have a digital piano, you might have a grand piano like I have, or you might have an upright. There's lots of different kinds of keyboards to use, but what you want to make sure is that you're not shoved up under it. You want to be sure you can see your knees. If the keyboard were to fall down, would fall down right on your kneecaps. Or you can put your hands in a fist, put them right here, and you should be able to do this. If you're this close and you have to do this, you are way too close. This is how far away you need space in between you and your instrument, okay? Because you're going to be moving all over eventually, sooner than you think. Okay, so you can check yourself by putting your hands on your keys and taking them off. Anywhere on the keys, and take them off. And you should be able to pretty much reach anything. Now, talk about fingers. Okay, before we even do numbers, let's talk about the shape of your hand, right? Let's look at this. Look at those fingers. Are they the same height? They are not. So if I were running on this and hopping from one to the next, that would be tricky. But if I were hopping from one to the next like this, it would be easier, right? Whoa, that's a big hop right there, right? Oh my goodness, these are all the same height. So when we curve our fingers, our goal is to keep all of our fingers the same height. So that's why I keep saying curve your fingers, fingers pointing down, curve your fingers. I have a friend that I like to have sitting by the piano a lot of the times. And it's the ladybug. And the ladybug, if you, or a mouse, you know, your mouse, but this sits up a little bit higher than a mouse. But this will give you a nice feel for the position. I like to have them sitting on the keys sometimes. Ta-da, the ladybug. So when I say ladybug fingers, that's what I mean, fingers pointing down. Okay, so let's wiggle your hands and relax them a little bit. Wiggle, relax. Open up. Now let's do our finger numbers. Your thumbs are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right. Now let's go backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now go backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. So one thing I'd like for you to do is get a piece of paper this week and trace your hand and draw your finger numbers on them. Okay? Do the same with your right hand and draw the finger numbers on them. Okay. So remember, round fingers. All right. So the next thing I want to do is talk about how we find our way. Now, this is not the next thing in the book. This is the next thing that I want to show you because you need to find your way around the piano. So what I want you to do is take these 2 fingers. What finger numbers are these again? Number 3 and number 2. Okay, so I want you to take those 2 fingers and find all of the groups of 2. Let's start at the very lowest and hop our way up. Finding all the groups of 2 black keys. Excellent. Now we're going to go backwards, the same thing, group of 2 black keys. Black keys are in groups of 2s and 3s. So our white keys are just all the same all the way across, but they are separated brilliantly with groups of 2 and 3 black keys. Okay? So we just found all the groups of 2. Let's find, if you have a regular acoustic piano, you will have an extra black key here, and we'll talk about that later. Okay, so the group of 3 black keys. Let's use my left hand this time. Here we go. Let's go backwards. This is not 3. This is 2 and 1. I know 2 plus 1 equals 3, but not here. Not in this case. Okay, let me flip this around. Oh, no, I want to show you one more thing. Okay, so right next to the group of 2 is C. Some say it's the puppy ears and the nose. There's the nose. Some people just say it's right next door to the group of 2. I just like saying it's right next door to the group of 2. Group of 2, right next door. You just slide your finger right off that first one. C is right next door to the group of 2. Right next door. I skipped one, then this one, and my thumb's on it. See, right next door. My thumb is on it, right next door. My thumb is on it, right next door. Okay? So that is C. C is super duper duper important. Okay? So what I'd like to do is I'm going to close the piano lid And I'd like to practice our finger numbers for a minute, okay? So I'm just going to do my right hand first. And I am going to say one, I'm gonna count, I'm gonna call out some numbers, and then we're gonna say go. So here's how it's gonna go. I'll say 5, 4, 3, 2, and you'll go 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, so that's how it's gonna go. I'll call out the numbers and then we'll do our finger numbers together. Here we go. Right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, right hand again. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Right hand again. 5, 3, 1, 1. Go. 5, 3, 1, 1. Excellent. Right hand again. 2, 4, 2, 4. Go. 2, 4, 2, 4. Excellent. Now you can rewind and do some of those, and you can work with someone and make up some of your own and just say the finger numbers in any order, and it's lots of fun. Now let's do your left hand. Are y'all ready? Here we go. Left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Left hand again. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Left hand again. 1, 5, 1, 5. Go. 1, 5, 1, 5. Go. Now remember, 1 is your thumb. It doesn't matter which hand. So if I did it hands together, 1, 5, 1, 5. Yes. 1, 5, 1, 5. Right? Excellent. Okay, let me flip this camera around. That's a lot of stuff, right? So, finger numbers. Groups of 2 and 3. How do we find C? Now, I'm going to mark C on my piano here with a little blue. So when we flip over, you'll see where middle C is. Okay, a couple of other things we need to talk about. Fingers, nails. You notice how short my fingernails are? They're non-existent. See how short they are? I left one of my fingernails just a little bit long so that you can hear the difference. Listen. Notice how my hand is beautifully curved, and you didn't hear anything except the notes on the piano, right? Listen to that again. Now listen to this one. Did you hear that one fingernail that I left long? And that's not even very long. Not even very long. So what happens is if your fingernails are too long, you either have to play like this, which is not good piano technique at all, or you play like this and your fingers sliding back and forth because you're playing on your fingernail. So please, please, please cut your fingernails flush with your fingers. If you're not used to having your fingernails cut that short, go like this and put your fingernails under your other fingernail, and then do the same to the other side. And that does cut the quick down a little bit so that your fingers don't get sore. So if you break that before you cut it, your fingers won't get sore. Okay, so I want to give you a little exercise to do. We're going to start with our thumb on middle C, right hand. We'll just walk our fingers up, walk our fingers down. So let's do that with our right hand. My thumb is on middle C, okay? And look how I'm holding my thumb. I'm not too far down, I'm not too far up, and I've got an alligator mouth. Okay, so here we go. Are you ready? Sitting up tall. Oh, no lazy fingers. Everybody else is floating in the air. Let's do that one more time. A little bit slower. Walk our fingers up, walk our fingers down. Now we're going to do the same thing with our left hand. And in our left hand, I'll put a little purple one here so we can see where the left hand pinky goes. Now let me flip this over so you can see a little better. Okay, so I'm putting my left hand on the low C, my right hand was on the middle C. I start with my pinky, number 5, because I've got to go up. Here we go. I'm just walking up and down, so here we go. Walk our fingers up, walk our fingers down. Excellent. So all we did was walk our fingers up, walk our fingers down. We practiced doing particular finger numbers, okay? So the assignment for this class is we're going to try to do, oh, let me flip my camera over. We are going to try to do through page 7, up to page 7 in your lesson book. So your theory book goes along with the lesson book. So what we will do here, I don't know that you have only one page in your theory book, and that would be page 2, the first page in unit 1. So page 2 in your theory book. Now, in your theory book, you're going to want to always use pencil, because if you make a mistake, we can easily erase it and fix it. If you do it in pen, you just have to live with the mistake forever because you can't erase it. So please, please, please use pencil. In everything you do in music, moving forward forever, always use pencil. Not vanishing ink, not non-permanent ink, no, just pencil, only pencil. Only write in any music books in pencil. Now, you can write in your music books, but I do want to alert you to please not write note names in unless they ask you to do so. So when we start learning the note names and the key names, I'm going to ask you to not write those in. So if you have any questions, please write them in the comments section. I hope you'll like and subscribe and share this so that other people that will be able to join us in our piano class each week. That would be great. The more the merrier, right? So don't forget to get this book, Piano Adventures by Nancy and Randall Faber. I just know it by Faber and Faber. So Faber and Faber, and get the theory book. These two books look alike. The theory book, THEORY theory book, and the lesson book. I'll put links. When I'm done today, I'll go back and put links in the comment section and also in my about section. So you'll be able to easily find the links to these books. And I look forward to seeing you guys next Monday. Don't forget to subscribe and share. And don't forget